joke of the town. What if the sidewalk turns to glass? What if I'm blocked by growing grass? What if my phone dies in my hand? What if I sink in shifting sand? What if a sneeze ruins my face? What if I lose my sense of space? What if the sun is just too bright? What if I'm caught in a neon light? What if my keys fall down a drain? What if I can't outrun the rain? 50 shadows in the hall, waiting for the sky to fall. A million ways it could go wrong, so we'll just stay here where we belong. What if a dog begins to bark? What if it's way too scary dark? What if my shirt is on backwards? What if I lose all of my words? What if a bee decides I'm sweet? What if the gum sticks to my feet? What if I forget where I live? What if I've got no more to give? What if the air is way too thin? What if the germs get on my skin? What if I sprout out a sudden horn? What if my favorite jeans get torn? What if I trip on a painted line? What if the stars refuse to shine? What if a stranger says hello? What if I forget which way to go? What if my shadow runs away? What if it's just the wrong kind of day? What if the static makes me shock? What if I can't undo the lock? What if the puddle is a lake? What if my smile is clearly fake? What if the pigeon knows my name? What if the world is not the same? What if a button pops right off? What if I get a tiny cough? What if the bus doesn't stop for me? What if I'm lost at a minor sea? What if my shoelace meets a grave? What if I'm just a minute late? The ceiling says